so we can take our time today. But no worries at all, no need to be nervous. I have been in practice probably half of my life, so you are in safe hands, and Yelp reviews are always a good thing. Can I ask where you found me? That's wonderful. That makes me feel really comfortable, and that my patients and I have a very close relationship, so no worries. So I'm just going to go ahead and get a few details from you, and then I'm going to set up. I actually have a person here from Modern Fertility. They're in the office, that's why I'm kind of whispering, because they're going around making their rounds and promoting their product, and I personally think their mission is so important. So while I get ready, I'm going to have them come in and just talk to you for a bit. Trust me, I know it's not fun to be bombarded by ads, but it's what puts food on our table, honey, so let's go. Alright, so can I just get your first name for me? Can I get your birth date, please? Awesome. So since this is your first Botox appointment, we're going to have to take before pictures. I'm assuming you are going for Botox on your forehead, probably up around the hairline, and if possible, the crow's feet. Again, we like to spread our units out, and I just want to make sure that everything you are looking for is satisfied today. So, are you on any blood thinners, perhaps? Perfect. Okay, excellent. I ask because, yes, when we do the pricks, that there can be a little bit of blood, but it's the most unpainful procedure people get so worried about. Absolutely no worries, I promise, sweetheart. And we also have a range of our neurotoxins. So we have Botox, we have Dysport, which is known to take a little longer to kick in, but it lasts a lot longer. We have Xeomin, which lasts a little bit less time, but is a lot stronger and less cost per unit. We have a lot to talk about, so while I go get ready and set my area up, I'm just gonna go have Karuna come in and talk to you about Modern Fertility, okay? Alright, you sit back and relax. I'll be back in a few minutes. Hey family, before we begin, as I start every sponsor off with, I'd like to start tonight's sponsor, Modern Fertility, off a little bit more seriously. Being your YouTube mother and all, I think that this sponsor is a little bit more serious than the others. But first, before I give our little talk here, I probably should inform you what Modern Fertility is. So, Modern Fertility makes personalized fertility information and support more accessible for people with ovaries everywhere. They provide fertility essentials, including at-home tests and tools to help people be proactive about their reproductive health, whether they're trying to have kids or not. And this is why I wanted to be a bit more serious about this, is because I only wish that I had Modern Fertility back in my early 20s when I had gotten pregnant. The fact that they're giving people power over what impacts their bodies and futures makes me so grateful I can help spread their product, movement, and intentions, of course. So, right here, I have the Modern Fertility Hormone Test, which is why I wanted to talk to you before showing you, because although I'm not taking this test, as some may call me, fixed, but you on the other hand may want kids in the future, and this test can be beneficial to your journey in 1,000 different ways. This test can give you insight into your ovarian reserve, aka your egg count. It can give deep insight into possible outcomes for egg freezing and IVF, a read on your thyroid health, which many of you already know about my brain fog issues, and your thyroid impacts everything from your skin to your energy, and of course, your fertility. The Modern Fertility Hormone Test gives detailed breakdowns of what your levels mean, especially for conditions like PCOS and other key factors. And of course, a raw digital printout of your results so you can use them to start a more personalized conversation with your doctor about your reproductive goals. You can take this test pretty much in your pajamas while watching Netflix if you want, and you'll get your results in under 10 days. There are so many incredible benefits of taking this test, but my favorite, honestly, would have to be the cost. It's heartbreaking to watch so many families go through hell, spending thousands of dollars on hormone tests not covered by their insurance. Whereas with Modern Fertility, you can use your FSA or your HSA. Their test is only $159 and gives you the access to the info you need to plan ahead. So family, that's why I'm so serious about Modern Fertility, because again, I really wish I had these tools when I was in my early 20s. It would have helped to understand my body more in regards to my health, benefits, risks, anything in regards to having kids. And right now, you can click the link in my description or go to modernfertility.me/Karuna for $20 off your order. Get to know your fertility status and be able to plan ahead with Modern Fertility. And again, that is modernfertility.me/Karuna for $20 off your order. Or just click the link down in my description, family. The code is automatically applied at checkout for $20 off. Thank you so much, Modern Fertility, for sponsoring tonight's video. This one was really meaningful to me, and with that being said, let's just get right into it, family. Oh my goodness, she sent you back already. Well, good thing that I am ready for you, and we can get started. Okay, sorry about that. I was just filling out some paperwork. We still focus on the non-computer-esque type, and I understand that the clipboards can be a little bit intimidating these days since everything is on the phone, but I can assure you that it makes me feel more in touch with my patients, and we can work together. So every single time I start one of these appointments, since I am going to be taking pretty much a needle into your skin, I like to get a little bit comfortable by simply asking you if I do have consent to touch you. Now, whenever you did come into this appointment, you did do your electronic signatures up front. I know that Judy had told me that, so you did consent to the Botox, but just to be a little bit more comfortable, is it okay that I do touch you today? Wonderful. Now, before we begin anything, I just want to go ahead and show you what I am going to be injecting you with today. And since I'm going to be doing a little exam, this isn't every time. If you continue Botox after this appointment, everything will literally be a breeze after. You come in, I mark your forehead, wipe you down, and give you a little couple bricks, and you will be on your way. So, no problem. But again, since it is your first appointment, I want to be thorough and make you feel extra comfortable that I'm going to be essentially poking you in the forehead area. And just to be fair, I do not only do aesthetic Botox, I inject patients with MS, people who suffer from multiple different illnesses, the disorder. People cannot swallow easy. A little bit of Botox will give that strength. There are multiple uses for Botox. And I noticed on your chart you suffer from headaches and insomnia. Well, the good thing is Botox will go ahead and take away those headaches in the areas I'll be injecting today, whether that be the hairline or the center. And just to keep it very formal and relaxing, I'm not going to be giving medical terms here. Let's keep it one-on-one. So I have this little chart back here, and I have which I'll be actually using on you later to show you where we are going to be injecting. So right up there in the frontalis of the muscle, which is essentially the hairline, I'm going to be going ahead and taking this syringe, which I have just very, very ever so gently taken the cap off of. Sometimes Botox comes already in these syringes. In this case, I'm going to be mixing up the powder and the saline. And then I'm going to face examination, but showing you the chart, the frontalis muscle. We've got right here. This can help around the nasalis area, and it can help sinuses and things like that. So we can go down here in the superciliary area. I'm injecting straight into the muscle, so this area right here, this area right here, and down the forehead line, and especially the hairline. That will prevent headaches, and it will completely erase lines. You will be very much enjoying yourself. So around the corrugulator, superciliary, and frontalis, we've got the procerus muscle. All in that area you see over here is where I'm going to be injecting today. So all up here. Again, no worries, nothing painful. It's a little prick, and the only thing that you might have a reaction to is the saline. So the initial prick doesn't hurt, but the skin can get very angry sometimes. I still have yet to tell you my Botox story and why I don't get Botox anymore. Instead, your girl is saving up for a facelift in the future. Only in the forehead area, though. We'll get into it, but long story short, we need to make sure that your skin doesn't get angry when I wipe it down with the alcohol pad. But we're getting it too far ahead of ourselves. Let's go ahead and just calm down. I know I'm talking a lot, but I want to make you feel comfortable. So I'm just going to go ahead and examine your face, okay? Let's go ahead and just... Oh. And when I inject, this glove comes off, as I'm not going to be touching your skin, but this hand I will be. I definitely need an area to work with without any potential slips. So now I'm going to have you do a couple faces for me. I'm going to have you raise your eyebrows as high as you can, okay? We're not going to do the marking yet, but I just want to do a quick skin examination. So go ahead and raise your eyebrow muscles. Okay. Just going ahead and pressing. Okay. Keep them up. Just raise them all the way up. Okay. Now I want you to make a really angry face like this. Okay. Go ahead and keep that pose. So until I say stop, you go ahead. So angry pose. I'm just moving along here and kind of pinching the eyebrow area as you make that. You can go ahead and stop now. Thank you. I want you to do the biggest smile, the cringiest, nastiest, ridiculous smile you can give me, like just ridiculous. Keep that pose. Going in here. Going in here. Good, very good, very good. Excellent. Okay. And do you have the ability possibly to raise one eyebrow at a time? Just gonna go ahead and pinch those brows again. And now I'm just gonna go a little bit higher up and work around the hairline here. You don't have to make any muscle movements for this. You can relax. And I'm just massaging to see how many units we're gonna work with. But while I do this and just go down around your face, we do not inject Botox below the face, except exceptions in areas in the jawline for people with DMJ. But overall, for aesthetic reasons, we do not inject below the face. We will do filler for that, so things like Juvederm, overall like that. So I'm going to go ahead and explain today what my different options are. So while I get the camera ready again, as we're going to take a few pictures beforehand, this is just for your record. I would like it if you could let me know what you think you like, and then I'll let you know what I suggest for you. So we have the Xeomin and the Dysport. I'm going to be completely honest with you, starting with Botox alone, especially because of your age. This is where my story comes in. I have what's called Botox resistance. I am part of the literal 1% in the world whose body found the neurotoxin and attacked it, and therefore I can no longer get Botox. So I have to use lashes and things like that to keep a smooth appearing forehead. And I'll explain why. When doctors start patients out with Botox, especially if they don't suffer from an ailment that requires it, and mostly from aesthetic reasons, they tend to put too many units of Botox in the forehead. All that does is stretches the skin. It causes difficulties. Your face is frozen and gives you a very unnatural look. So these two syringes, one has not been mixed, one has. I'm going to be kind of putting you down to Dysport and Xeomin for this one. We did have Jeuveau, but they are being sued by the Botox company, so Dysport and Xeomin it is. So Xeomin does not last as long as Dysport. Everybody seems to love the Dysport. All of it is a neurotoxin. It's the same formaldehyde, etc., etc. But it has different, again, toxins in it that give it different qualities. So the Xeomin lasts way less, but it's a lot stronger and costs less in units. Dysport takes a little bit longer to work, but lasts over the 3-month barrier. And it has a very pretty much equal value of Botox units itself. So what would you prefer? Do you want something that's going to work within the 3 days, or can you wait up to 2 weeks for the Dysport to take effect? Would you like something where you want to last long and then... No, go ahead. I'm checking. Hold on. I mean, what do you suggest? You tell me. What do I suggest, of course? So I know I'm the doctor and I don't want to waste your time, but I do suggest the Dysport. And that is because it's going to last a lot longer. But I don't want you to go home and have anxiety wondering why it hasn't kicked in yet. Okay. So before I go ahead and mark you today, I'm going to go ahead and get my camera out. This is my wooden camera. It's loading, that's why I'm kind of beatboxing on camera. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and get a few before photos. Again, this is for your record, so I'm going to have you make 3 faces for me. So I'm just going to get up close here. And the first face I want you to make is a big smile. So just like we did earlier. I know it's a little bit cringy, but go ahead for me. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so second, we're gonna just relax. No smile whatsoever. Just give me a complete lazy appearance. Kinda like myself. Very, very good. So for your third pose, I want you to make that angry face again. Where you go. So for eyebrows inward, we want to take a picture of the center of the forehead and go ahead and get those brows and see if we need to lift the brows depending on what you want. And that's when I mark you. I'll let you know what I suggest and what you would like, and we'll work together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and very good. Excellent. And you know what? Just to be safe, even though we do this with everybody, I'm actually going to take one more photo, and I want you to raise your eyebrows as high as you possibly can. So just go. Alright, ready? And 3, 2, 1. Raise those brows high as you can. Very good. Awesome. Okay, so now that we have you all taken up with photos, I'm going to go ahead and get my handy dandy notebook and pen. Well, actually not the notebook, but I do have the pen. Marker. What did they have in Blue's Clues? But I'm actually going to get one more glove on just for this. That's because I am going to be touching your forehead, and I did handle the camera. as I stated, we could work this out as I mark you. So this is kind of pointless what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm going to be marking you, then I'm going to be taking an alcohol pad, which is relatively going to take away the marks, but it will still leave enough of a that I can see where I'm going to be injecting, but I do need to wipe you down with an alcohol pad when I do mark you. So, as I stated, I'm not going to be marking you yet. I'll let you know. I was asking you about whether or not I suggest that we raise your brow, and where I'd be injecting is right up here, so the 3 points of the brows. I'll be injecting once right here in the center of the forehead, or the beautiful and I'm not marking you yet, I'm just looking around, but go ahead and make an angry face for me. We're definitely going to do the center here. Stay. And prick. So, how was that? Was that sharp? Well, that's how the needle's going to go, so. The most that you're going to feel is a little pinch and pressure. If you start to feel a burning sensation, I just need you to relax for me. I have 2 stress balls I'll give you. I'm telling you right now, there is nothing excruciating about Botox, and if there is, then I think we need to call 911, but that is rare. Okay, so I want you to raise your eyebrows as high as you can for me. I'm just going to... You know what? Sorry, my lip hurt a minute, but I just want you to let me know what you think. Do you think that you have a hooded eye? So, hooded eyes, whenever you try to put on makeup and you have to lift your eyebrows really high. I have hooded eyes very bad, and I have to lift my brows when I'm putting on makeup. Do you feel that way? Okay, so, just to be safe, how about we put about 2 units of Botox right here on each side, which is right on the tip. I won't go along the line, so we'll do one here, and then one in the center, obviously. Okay, so that is... Now I do need my handy-dandy notebook. Alright, so we're going to do 2 units on each brow. And then we're going to do 4 units right in the center of the forehead. And the rest is pretty much explanatory, natural stuff. Now, I did ask in the beginning if you would like your crow's feet, so whenever I asked you to smile really big and cringy, I just wanted to see if you had any wrinkles like I do. So I have wrinkles going right. That is what I would be injecting up around here. It would kind of go down around the brow, so that does cost extra. I measure Dysport much different than I measure Xeomin, Jeuveau, Botox, things like that, so it seems like you're not getting a lot of units when in reality the unit measurements are different, so that's why I said it's a little bit extra if I'm going to go ahead and do the crow's feet. You just want to okay, that's fine. So now I'm going to go ahead and mark your forehead. I need you right up here around the hairline. All this is going to do is just kind of raise the forehead out, and then I'm going to make 3 little tiny pricks right in the center. So 1 here, 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 1 here. So altogether 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do 10 pricks today. And all together with those units, so we do 2 units each in the brow, 4 units, and I'm going to do 4 pricks in the forehead. So actually I'm wrong, we're going to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No wait, I'm right. 10 pricks, we're going to go ahead and do this. We're just going to go ahead and work on that. There we go. So I've got that all written down, and I'm just going to go ahead and mark. So go ahead and raise your brows. Go, oh, act surprised. I'm just going to. 3 and 4. Good. And then right in the center, you're right above your soon as I wipe you down, while you relax a minute, I'm just going to go ahead and mix the Botox. During the process, I do have a little cotton pad, just the cotton pad. It's a tiny little cotton pad. It's a cotton pad, cotton pad, cotton pad. I'm just, if there does happen to be any blood, I know it sounds intimidating, but I promise you this happens more often than not, especially everybody's first time. I'm just going to go ahead and check over here, looking for the syringe. And again, this is just to wipe off anything from the pinpricks. So I'm just going to. Okay. And good. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and start to wipe you off. And while that alcohol settles, disinfecting the skin, I'm just going to go ahead and mix the Dysport. And then we will start. I know you do seem a bit nervous. I forgot. Here. A little bit of stress ball. I'm gonna give this one to you, and just to be safe, since it's your first time, we'll go ahead and give you the strawberry. Honey, I promise there's no need to be nervous, but your feelings are 100% valid, so there's 2 little stress balls for you. Go ahead and open. We're just going to go. I always get re-woken up by that alcohol. I'm just going to go ahead and wipe around the forehead, okay? Okay, we're just very good. Excellent. Alright, so if that stings a little bit, that's what I had mentioned earlier about your skin potentially getting angry, and it's looking good. So, my dear, I'm going to go ahead and remove this. And we're just going to go ahead and take your syringe here. Go ahead and inject. We just put it in like this and bring it in. There's going to be a little bit of an air bubble. And since we're using 10 units, just going to. Good, very good. And we're going to take this and mix it with the powder crystals here. Let's go ahead and find the. Just go ahead. There we go, very good. And we see. Very good. Alright. Mix it up. Okay. And just re-injecting from this vial. Okay. Good. I'm going to go ahead and get the air bubbles out of that. Good. Excellent. So, You've got your stress balls. I have got my Botox to support. My apologies, that's all the same, but a little bit of neurotoxin difference, that's all. And I'm ready when you are. You go ahead and take your time. If you're not feeling well, you let me know. But I can assure you, you're doing wonderful so far. Are you ready for your first break? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be having you make those faces again. And then I'm going to tell you to relax. And when I tell you to relax, I'm going to pinch and prick. Okay, so we'll start right here in the center of the forehead. And we've got 10 pricks, that's all. So again, you're going to hear maybe a crunch in your ears. That's actually means that your body's producing hyaluronic acid. It's perfect, it's beautiful, it's what we want to say that you hear. If not, it just means that aging process might have forwarded, but that's why you're getting this in the first place. So again, pinch, or tell you to must make a face. I'm gonna have you say, make a face, relax, and pinch and prick. I know I'm all over the sorts, but we're good. So, ready? Go ahead and raise your brows as high as possible. We're gonna do the first prick right here. And relax. Good. You might see some saline drop out as I inject. That's good. Very good. And that was it. How was that? I told you it's not going to be so bad, so I'm just going to go ahead and there was just a little bit of blood, but that's normal. This is the first time you've ever been injected, so go ahead and raise your brows again. We're going to do the second. Okay. Pinch right up here and blick. Good. How was that? Told you it's gonna be okay. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do the third. So raise your brows and relax. Good, very good. Just go ahead and get the okay, so we do have a little bit of blood. That's normal. That's perfect. That's what we want. We want to see a little bit of blood as we do this for your first time. Okay, so we're going on for the fourth prick. For this one, I want you to just make a mean face. I'm going to be going right here in between the brows. Go. Relax. Pinch, and here it comes. Deep breath. And relax. Good, very good. See. Okay, so we're going in for our fifth. For this one, I want you to smile. We're gonna do this right up here on the forehead. 1. Now I'm kind of gonna go all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not gonna keep having you do the thing, so just smile. Okay, stop smiling. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And the last ones, I'm just going to go ahead up on the hairline. You might notice I'm going to be pricking a little bit more than 10. No worries, I'm just, see how there's not much of the solution left. I'm actually just going to go ahead and use it. It's better I use it because if not, you're paying for the whole syringe compared to me just tossing or making sure that you're getting all of it instead of wasting over $100. So, alright, we're gonna go ahead and do the hairline so for this one, I'm just gonna have you raise your brows a little bit and relax. So raise, relax. So for this, obviously, while it was still raised, I injected. We only do that for the hairline, so raise, relax. 2 more, you're doing wonderful, okay? Okay, and again, go ahead and raise, relax. smallest amount left. I'm gonna go ahead and do another one right here. So go ahead and make a mean face. Go. I'm going to pinch. Mean face. Pinch. And relax. Good. And we're done. See, I told you. Let me go ahead and actually wipe that up a little bit. See, you're doing wonderful. How was that? I told you it wasn't going to be as bad, but I completely understand your concern, and I definitely agree that your feelings are valid for that, because trust me, I get severe anxiety, especially with lip injections. But honey, you have perfect skin, to be completely honest. The reason I have Botox resistance is because nobody told me to start after I was 30. They say start when you notice fine lines, things like that. I didn't have any lines when I started, and I got too much. My best advice to you, right now I'm letting any extra blood kind of come out so I can wipe it all at once. But my best advice to you, honey, is I want you to find a doctor you can trust. If by chance you end up moving or you can't see me again and you want to try lip injections, Botox, things like that, please come to me. And if not, go to somebody who will tell you you don't need it, but I'll do it for you on my terms. And if they suggest little bits at a time and they don't overcharge you and they talk to you about our rewards program, then you're good. And don't worry, I'm not selling you anything. You can just download an app on your phone. It's Disport Rewards, and basically you get $20 off every unit. So I'm going to go ahead and from here, I'm going to take this little packet. We're pretty much finished, but some injectors do this, others don't. So right now, you're going to feel pressure, obviously. Whenever you go out here, light may seem brighter. It's because Botox opens your eyes, it lifts your brows, it gives you a more youthful appearance. So lights may be brighter. You may get a little bit dizzy when you stand up, so I want you to relax a bit. I'm going to give you a glass of water. What I was going to say, some doctors do this. You're going to notice, at least for the next 24 hours, bumps in the injection areas. So you're going to look like, essentially, somebody put silicone implants underneath your forehead and look like the devil. But I promise it goes away. That's just your body reacting to a foreign toxin. But again, I'm going to go ahead and massage that area. Some doctors don't do this. Again, I'm going to, so... just gonna go ahead and this might not feel too wonderful as you have just been pricked, but I promise you that it is worth it in the long run. Very good. I'm not touching the affected area. I'm just good. Excellent. And that, my dear, is pretty much it, other than me going ahead and taking a few after pictures. Now, actually, I'm going to ask if you could come in the next 2 weeks for better photos. Taking pictures of Botox directly after you get it is pretty pointless in the effect that there's going to be lumps, there's going to be everything like that, but we like to do it just in case. So I'm going to go ahead and again have you raise your eyebrows, and the Aftercare, I want you to be raising your eyebrows in the next 24 hours. After that, I don't want you doing that at all. The Botox Disport, again, is going to be doing all of that for you. I don't want you laying flat in the next 24 hours. I would prefer it if you do not take any hot showers. Stay away from heat. We don't want heat going in and then depleting the toxin. If by chance you notice extra swelling, extra lumps, it will go away with time. If within 1 week it does not go away, I want you to call back in and schedule with me. I will get you in right away. I want you not to touch where you have a bunch of lines, which you'd never have to worry about that anyway. So, next 24 hours, I want you to do workouts. Things like that, okay? So, go ahead and raise your brows for me. Surprised look. Good. Mean face as much as you can. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And I want you to do a big smile. 3, 2, 1. And last but not least, relax as much as you can. 3, 2, 1. Good. Oh my, you have done so wonderful. I am incredibly proud of you. So, I did write down everything that you had today. Let me know if you can download that app on your phone. It's like Disport Rewards or something like that. And it starts with an A, but Judy up front will have it for you, and we will, since it's your first time, take $25 off. And then the next time, you get points and points and points, the more you get. And then over time, it's going to save you pretty much an entire treatment, so that's saving you $400 or $500. But usually people only get a certain amount, so it's only like $250. I was paying upwards of $600 when I had first gotten Botox. That's how doctors take advantage of you. I didn't need any of that, and now I can't get it at all. So, okay, sweetheart. Again, I want you to work on those exercises, but no physical exercise in the next 24 hours. Stay away from heat. Do not massage your face. I've done everything for you. Take this to Judy up front, and I will see you in 2 weeks, if not 2 weeks, 4 months. Thank you so much. Be safe on your way out, okay? Okay, and if you need a nice pack, Judy will hook you up front. Alright, see you next time. You look wonderful.